我的心里只有你，没有他。你要相信我的情意并不假，只有你才是我梦想，只有你才叫我牵挂。我的心里没有他。Marymount residents, I'm Jeffrey Khoo. 我心里只有你。I'm so glad that our very first rally, our very first PSP rally, is here in Marymount. The Marymount residents have a very special place in our hearts, in my heart. Let me speak a little bit about myself. I'm a 56-year-old graduate. I graduated from NUS with an honors degree, and I was on the Dean's list, which I did pretty well when I was younger. But as I went along in life also, like many of you, I also had tough times, right? But I'm not going to say I come from a poor family, I come from a middle-class family, okay? Okay, so I spent 3 decades in corporates and SMEs. I'm going to speak today in 2 languages. I'm going to start mainly with English, and then after that, I'll go with Mandarin, right? Allow me to start with a familiar experience of many Singaporeans. Let's call this Singaporean David. David spent 20 years, okay, carving out a career, rising to the role of a regional manager in a notable MNC. One day, a corporate announcement changed everything. The company was restructuring. For David, it was a loss of his job, his identity, his source of income, and his retirement plan. David launched an exhaustive job search. He combed through job boards, attended career fairs, and tapped every connection he had on his network. Multiple job applications every day. But there were no interviews, no calls, no emails, nothing. Employers seemed wary of hiring someone like him in his 40s, a seasoned professional with years of experience. David refused to stand still. He turned to SkillsFuture, determined to upgrade and diversify. He poured his energy into learning digital marketing, mastering data analytics, and earning various certifications. But despite all the shiny additions to his resume, the door to employment remained firmly closed. Meanwhile, in Singapore, life in Singapore moved relentlessly forward. Daily expenses, utility bills, and loan payments drained his savings at alarming speed, with both children to raise and parents to upkeep. The savings he had kept over these years was burning at both ends. Every morning, David would sit at his kitchen table with his laptop, a man searching for hope and answers. Nights were especially difficult as he lay awake, questioning his worth and battling the fear of failure. Yet, despite the hardship, David pressed on for his family, for the belief that change will come. David's story is not unique. It is the story of countless individuals across Singapore, navigating the challenges of retrenchment, escalating costs, and a job market that often feels like an uphill climb. Expats can go back to their country of origin, but to David, Singapore is his only home. It is a place of his roots, his memories, and his relationships. And it is where he continues to fight for his future. I personally understand the pain for applying jobs and not getting good results. I feel the pain of many Singaporeans who are underemployed, knowing you deserve so much more, but have to settle for so much less. Something must change. We'll build a skyline that touches the clouds, but we have forgotten the hands that built it from the ground. They say Singapore runs like a business, But what is a business without its people? And if its people are weary, overworked, underpaid, can we still call this a success story? Today, many of us who have jobs work beyond our official hours. We work harder, sleep less, and live with a quiet fear, the fear of falling behind, the fear of being replaced. Burnout has become a badge we carry in silence. Job security has become a luxury. As for many, the ladder of success, we find it greased with every step forward. The cost of living pulls us back 2 steps. Job competition has increased. Wages stagnate. Food prices, rent, transport, all climbing faster than our pay. The numbers may look good on paper, the GDP may rise, just like the skyscrapers, but for what is growth if people do not feel it? What is prosperity if it leaves so many behind? PSP's vision for jobs. Every Singaporean deserves a living wage, as my colleagues have earlier said. We propose a minimum living wage of $2,250. With this, no worker should have to rely on supporting government schemes and vouchers just to get by. This allows Singaporeans to plan for the future and not panic about tomorrow. Let's tighten the fair consideration framework. With a stronger Singaporean first policy, we should introduce EP quotas per company, applying a monthly $1,200 levy on EP holders, and raise the EP salary bar to $10,000 a month so that only the top tier, the real talent, can enter Singapore. We welcome talent, but Singaporeans cannot be left behind. We should strive for a 40-hour week and not 44. 14 days minimum leave, up from the 7. Equal parental leave, 15 weeks per parent. And of course, introduce the right to disconnect, as my colleague has said. Respect our after-office hours. You deserve to be with your family, not glued to work emails long into the night. We need progress for all, not just for some. Like the Singaporean David I shared at the beginning of my speech, we are fighting a Goliath in this general election, a force that is highly entrenched, heavily financed, and deeply rooted. Marymount residents need to be braver to put a strong alternative into Parliament. Me. I stand here today with nothing to gain, but as Singaporeans, we have more to lose if we don't dare to change. To my supporters and also my critics, I thank you, because I believe it is by listening to every side, even if it's uncomfortable, that we grow stronger, clearer, and more committed to building a shared future that serves all Singaporeans. On the ground, I will listen to you. And hopefully in Parliament, if I get there, I will speak for you. All I ask is for a chance to serve you. The future is in the palm of your hands. Thank you. And now, quickly in Mandarin. OK， 感谢各位出席今天的群众大会。我们在国家的关键时刻聚集一堂，生活成本已成为许多新加坡人关注的问题。新加坡前进党与你们站立在一起，我们致力于正面应对这些挑战。过去几年，新加坡的生活成本急剧上升，从食品、杂货到水电等日常必需品都变得更加昂贵，薪水又没有相对的提升，虽多家庭因现金流的压力造成钱不够的情况。PSP 推出我们的竞选口号“携手前进”，提出了60多项政策建议，以解决 这些问题，其中包括消费税 GST 从9%降到7%的提议，逆转2023和2024时的税率上调。这项措施旨在减轻家庭，特别是低收入家庭的负担。我们也建议对大米和婴儿配方奶粉等必需品免征消费税。PSP, you can clap for that one. PSP 还建议加强社会安全网，以确保弱势群体在困难时期能够获得足够的支持。这些举措还包括住房、工资、医疗保险、医疗保健方面的广泛改革，旨在解决财务压力的根本原因。我们的政策建议体现了对公平和同情的承诺，通过优势考虑普通新加坡人的需求。我们旨在建立一个共享进步的社会，让每个人都能有尊严的生活。让我们携手应对生活成本问题。马利蒙需要一个没有受到党鞭约束或上级压抑的候选人，为人民发声。我可以做马利蒙居民的声音，在国会为居民争取最高的福利。3月3日当天，您的一票是神圣的。我邱保忠，前进党，诚恳的希望能得到您的一票支持。谢谢你们。